Hi Taurus, this is your 2017 forecast with astrologykiki, and I'm going to start off talking about Jupiter, which is the planet of luck and expansion, and it will spend most of the year up until and into October in your sixth house. And your sixth house is the house of daily duties, obligations, responsibilities, your work environment, and your health and health routines. So, with Jupiter in this area, what you might see is more busyness going on, more productive things. You're checking off the list and you're getting things done and you're really being a productive person. Your work environment can be very harmonious in business, and maybe people are recognizing the work that you do, and you're getting job opportunities, things like that. Or maybe you're really expanding your health routine and what you're doing to take care of yourself, whether it's clinically with doctors and physicians, or whether you're going out and being proactive and working out and getting involved in that. But you'll see some expansion in that area. And in October, Jupiter will go into your seventh house, and your seventh house is a house of partnerships. So you may see some expansion with regards to a marriage relationship, maybe a deeper connection, a stronger bond, more emphasis on your partner, your marriage partner, or someone that you're in a long-standing relationship with, very close to, or even your business partner. So you may develop a deeper connection with those people. And Saturn, this in 2017, Saturn is the planet of constriction, restriction, wants to teach you lessons. And Saturn will be spending most of the year in your 8th house, and then in December it will move into your 9th house. 8th house, as you know, because it has been in there for a while, is a pretty challenging place for Saturn to be. 8th house is fairly emotional. A lot of very deep-seated issues with regards to emotional issues, subconscious, even sex can play in sex in not like a fun, playful way, sex in a little bit of a manipulative way. Death. I know this sounds really harsh, but sometimes these are some of the issues that you run into with Saturn in this area. It's kind of very dark place for it to be. And it also has to do with finances, joint finances, money that you get from others, money that you give to others. So with Saturn here, you might see things like delays with inheritance, or an increase in debt. So what this lesson that Saturn likes to teach in sort of financial areas is to be cautious and to be responsible. And as much as it will give you some harsh lessons to learn and throw some pretty crazy things in the way there, I think the intent is that by the time it transits out of the 8th house, you've learned your lesson. You're a lot more responsible with your money, and with even taking care of some of that emotional side to that house, which is it'll throw some hard obstacles in your way, and the way you deal with them, if you deal with Saturn encourages patience and responsibility and being cautious. So take that into consideration when Saturn is in your eighth. It will leave the eighth house, thank goodness, in December, but it will be there all year. And in December, it'll move into your ninth house. And with Saturn in your ninth house, you will probably find issues with long distance travel, making it very difficult. You'll have this longing to travel, but it'll be very challenging to do. You could run into difficulties with legal court cases, or with higher education, universities. You could feel like maybe not so confident. You may the like your frame of thought, your philosophy on life could be you might have to change that over that transition. I know this is sounding really negative with Saturn in your life. It's not a constant when it's in these areas. It's more when it's touched by other planets throughout the year that you might that some of these issues might arise. But then we're going to look at your North Node, and your North Node is an area of focus of things that will make you feel good and make you outlets that you have, or behaviors that you partake in, or ways of thinking that will make you feel like you're growing personally. And for you, into May of 2017, that will be based on your partnerships in your seventh house. So it may make you feel good to relate and bond with your husband or wife, and or your business partner. Activities that you do where you're participating with them and you're relating, and you understand it's not all about you, but it's about you working with this partner. Those things will make you feel good and productive. And then once we head into May, that focus is going to shift a little bit to your sixth house, which is relating to coworkers. So not so much like your personal relationships, but more your work environment, and maybe working on productive issues with that, your work and the people around you, and resolving issues with regards to that, or even with your health. So maybe getting out and doing something healthy, some healthy exercise, and taking care of your body. Or it could be with regards to clinics or doctors and things like that. So your focus will change a little bit to that. And that will make you feel like you're growing personally. And there are some eclipses this year that in an eclipse series that will be focused on your 10th and your 4th house. And eclipses could impact you significantly. They could not impact you significantly depending on the degrees in your natal chart. So you can have a look at my website as to how that might affect you. But we are, you could expect some changes with regards to career and home. So maybe you're going to start working from home, or maybe your career is going to cause relocation, or something with your family. Maybe there's something going on between your family and your career. And again, the eclipses are all different. Depends on your natal chart. They'll affect you differently, but you may expect some changes with regards to either career recognition and awards, as well as home and family and property. Now, there is a very rare trine, and trines are positive aspects. They're harmonious. And the reason why this is rare is because it's going to take place between two planets that don't move very quickly. So this It's going to happen 3 times within a year, but it's not a very common, in the whole scheme of things, it's actually quite rare that this will happen. And the 2 planets involved are Uranus, which is a very unstable planet, and Saturn, which is a very stable planet. So I think Saturn will stabilize whatever surprises Uranus is going to throw in your direction. But these are in 2 houses that are concerned with, well, the 8th house, which is joint finances. Again, that's where Saturn has been. So maybe it'll sort of shed a little bit of levity on whatever's going on there, because it is a positive aspect. But in your 8th house and your 12th house, and your 12th house is a pretty introverted area. It's subconscious, it's spirituality and institutions and subconscious. So this trine could help you out in any number of ways, and you'll have a better understanding of probably how it will affect you. The end of December, you're going to see the first trine there between those 2. So maybe that'll shed some light on where the middle of May and the middle of November's trines will affect you. It could be linked. But some possible scenarios would be that some centering activities like yoga or meditation, some sort of inward introverted activity might help you deal with and have a very harmonious link to your 8th house and whatever is going on with regards to joint finances, or that very deep emotional subconscious issue that's going on with your 8th house, and whether it's inheritance or insurance payout or some kind of mortgage thing. There's something positive going on in those times, at the end of December, in the middle of May, and then in the middle of November. Those should shine some light on these areas that I know that Saturn may cast a little bit of obstacle in your direction, but those should be some pretty bright and harmonious spots within that year. So that's your 2017. Again, if you want to find out how you will specifically be impacted by those eclipses, go to my website, and we'll be able to tell how the degrees are going to affect you directly.